We moored up for the night just north of Worcester railway bridge. It had been a long, very hot and tiring day yesterday, and because we covered extra ground, today would be easier. The mooring was quiet and a stone's throw from the racecourse and the city centre. So it's nice and early and we've just left Worcester. Much cooler today, which is a blessing because the back of my legs got a little bit burnt yesterday in the sun, but moorings were reasonable, nice and quiet at night. You did have to pay £4 a night though, which is a little bit off from Worcestershire County Council, considering it's a Canal and River Trust towpath, but anyway, let's leave that discussion between them. But we haven't got as much to do today. We've got, I think, 3 locks and not as far to go, so I've got about 3 or 4 hours of cruising, which is a lot better. Worcester is 31 miles southwest of Birmingham and is known as the home of Royal Worcester porcelain. We'll head north past the Northwick area of Worcester and we'll be staying on the River Severn past the turning for Droitwich Barge Canal. There are 3 locks on our route, which are all operated by Canal and River Trust staff. We will then turn into Stourport Basin. With it being so hot yesterday, it's a real relief having temperatures a lot cooler today. It's a bit overcast, but it's a lot fresher, which is just lovely. You may notice when on strong rivers or going through tricky situations like the Harecastle Tunnel back in episode 4, or when there is excessive weather, I wear a life jacket. There are different types depending if you're a child or an adult and if you go out to sea or not, but this is a crew fit sport life jacket and it auto inflates should I enter the water. I wanted a jacket that I felt comfortable in and wasn't too bulky. As I'm the only person on my narrowboat, it was important that it didn't require me to pull a toggle to inflate it. It simply goes over my head and there are 2 clips to attach. One large one on the front and a crotch strap that goes between my legs and clips into the main jacket at the front. The jacket does have a pull toggle should it fail to operate, and the zips on the side burst open to reveal a much larger inflated jacket. If it ever does inflate, I can buy a replacement air cylinder and fold the jacket back into its original state, so the jacket can be used multiple times. I also equip Molly with a life jacket. This is a pet float, and although Molly, being a Labrador, can swim like a fish, I felt it was important to make her safe too. Rather than inflating it, it has soft, closed cell foam inside, and the straps can adjust to the different size of a pet. A big bonus with such a large dog is the handle on the back. Lifting anything heavy and wet from 2 foot below in water is extremely tough, so this handle would make pulling Molly out of the water much easier. As usual, links to both of these jackets are in the description below. When reaching Stourport-on-Severn, my friends Andy and Carolyn in their narrowboat went through the furthest narrow lock. There was no landing stage free for me to moor up there, so I went through the southern broad lock. The sign stating this was for wide beam boats only was obscured by trees. Halfway through navigating the lock, I got a bit of a telling off from the lockkeeper. Oops, sorry about that. So, if you're in a narrowboat and arriving at Stourport-on-Severn from the River Severn, ensure you go through the narrow lock slightly further upstream. At its peak, Stourport-on-Severn operated 5 basins between the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal and the River Severn. Wide riverboats travelled through the barge locks, while narrowboats travelled through the narrow staircase locks. The basins were surrounded with workers' homes, stables and warehouses for storing goods. There were also a number of inns where business deals were done. Today it's a marina for cruisers, narrowboats and wide beams. At the far side there are 2 visitor mooring spots. These are next to a full set of facilities, including water, bins, pump out and showers. Please do click the thumbs up if you like this video and click subscribe to follow my journey. Until next time, see you later.